Good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today you have the Rhino, and we're reviewing a beer. This beer has gotten me in trouble for some comments I made about it. Before I tried it, I talked about one thing about it. Anyway, this beer is from Railway City, which is a nice little brewery in St. Thomas, Ontario. They make some nice beers. The Roundhouse Pils is really nice. The Black Coal Stout, really nice. The Gruit they made was awesome. They do make a lot of beers that I do enjoy. I've been wanting to try this for a long time. This year, I was able to get my hands on it, and then I found out through the person that picked it up for me that it was an $11 bottle. So it's $11, it's 750 milliliters. It is the Double Dead Elephant. So first we're looking at a 750 milliliter bottle. It's all silk screened, making it a collector's bottle. That does raise the price on these. I mean, this bottle, if you return it to the brewery, gets you a full $1 back just for the bottle, because they want the bottle back. These are expensive bottles. I get that it's a great offering for you, and it always sells out very fast. And this was the first year it got into the LCBO and everything else. I understand that. The only reason I talked about $11 a bottle on it was that two of my favorite double IPAs in Ontario are as follows. The Nickelbrook Immodest, which is, $5 a can, and 10 Bitter Years, which is probably the quintessential double IPA in Ontario, which is $6 a bottle. And yes, they are both smaller, 500 milliliters and 650 milliliters. But my comment had been about value for your money, and whether or not $11 a bottle was a value for your money. And my comment to that was that if, the route I was trying to go on, and then the conversation turned to something that wasn't for me about these guys. It might have been for some of the other people talking about it. But the route I was going on is at $11 a bottle, when there is a $6 and $5 bottles, this better blow you away. So 7.5% alcohol, 90 IBU. Jumbo. Our tribute to Jumbo, the largest elephant in the world, an attraction of the P.T. Barnum Circus, killed in a railroad accident on September 15, 1885 in St. Thomas, Ontario. Jumbo was one of two Swahili words, Jambo, which means hello, or Jumba, which means chief. His name established the word Jumbo as meaning large in size. When you raise your glass, you will enjoy everything that Jumbo was and became. Life should be celebrated in every way, and if possible, live life large. Enjoy it jumbo-sized. Okay, let's go. Now, after I'm done the review of this, I am going to, the reason I had those two bottles, those two double IPAs out, is I'm going to be doing a blind between this, Innocente's Guilty Conscience, the Immodest, and the Black Oak. So, beautiful look. I mean, nice haziness. I had to check if that was a chill haze or not. There is a nice haziness to this beer. Look at that, a nice reddish color, a nice haziness, off-white head. It is a beautiful looking beer. I didn't think it was going to be that dark as I was pouring it. It looked kind of more a yellow color, but once it hit the glass, yeah. Not as aromatic as many double IPAs. It actually has some berry notes in there, which is actually kind of nice, because I don't ever get that on a double IPA. Double IPA usually piney, earthy, floral, or citrus, and that's it. But I'm getting some nice melon and berry notes in here. Almost makes me think they used some of their graveyard hops on it. Don't know if they did or not. That's just what it's reminding me of. Smells good. But like I said, it's not a double IPA that smells like what you'd expect a double IPA to smell like. Which could be nice. Let's try it. Cheers. Okay. You can taste the malt bill. Nice, grainy, sweet. Uh, you can taste berry. You can taste some melon. A little bit of a resiny finish on the background. A little bit of background bitterness right at the back of the throat. Really though, this is an easy drinking double IPA. This is 90 IBU. Is what it's bottle claimed at 90 IBU. Does not come off as 90 IBU at all. At all. It doesn't come off as 7.5% alcohol either. So for those two things, I will give them. They've made a very well-rounded, easy drinking beer. Is it worth $11 a bottle? I don't know. To some people, it might be. For me, I have a specific amount of money I can spend on beer per month, so it's not really there for me. But is it a good beer? Is it made well? Yes, it is made well. It is a good beer. One of the people, our conversation had changed from value for your money to quality, and the OCB and different things. And some of us have said that there should be a quality aspect to the OCB. And I'm guessing Paul took it as I was talking about Railway City, which I wasn't. I do think Railway City makes some really nice beers. There are a few other breweries in the OCB that I and a lot of other people in the industry and a lot of other writers and stuff won't come out and fully say, but we all feel are kind of suspect on that. It's not this one. And he took it as I was talking about him. I do apologize for that. But I still stand where I stand. $11 a bottle. I understand why it's $11 a bottle, but it has to blow me away. And this doesn't blow me away. To be honest, I reviewed this earlier in the day. This is the Innocente Guilty Conscience, which is a $12 bottle. Now, I love Innocente. I love Steve. I love his whole team. I love the beers he makes. I didn't even give that a 7 out of 10. I rated that under a 7 out of 10 because, one, it just didn't hit my palate. And two, I'm not going to pay $12 for a bottle of it when I have the other two I showed you earlier to choose from. I do think this is a double IPA that people that don't drink double IPAs can get behind. I do think this is a double IPA that has some nice subtle flavors. And actually, one of the things I always talk about with double IPAs is, at least in Ontario, so many of them taste the exact same. You're getting the same thing. You're getting maybe some passion fruit, maybe some mango, maybe some orange, maybe some pineapple, maybe some grapefruit. I mean, that's a lot of different things, but it's always citrus, pine, resin, and that's basically all you're getting with double IPAs lately. This is coming out with some berry, some melon, some nice soft graininess, some nice soft subtle bitterness on the background. This is actually coming out different. So, going back to the quality comment, one of the comments made in that spool was no beer that costs $11 a bottle should be a 20 on Rate Beer. And my comment back to that one was nobody in the industry should take what Rate Beer says seriously. And you know what, in this I have to say the same thing. You should never take Rate Beer seriously. Take your own personal preference seriously. This is a much better than a 20 out of 100 beer. The people that wrote that either just didn't like the fact that this was different and wanted the exact same thing, didn't like the brewery, didn't like the people at the brewery, or didn't like the price tag. I personally don't like the price tag, but I'm allowed to not like the price tag. Out of 10, I'm going to give it two markers, okay? As a double IPA, this is probably, 1 second here. Yeah, one of the easiest drinking yet still flavorful double IPAs I've ever had. So out of 10 on that, as a beer, as a double IPA and all that, I have to give it like a 7.25. I actually like it. I give it a pass. It's a 7.25 out of 10 for me. As an overall beer, as something where I would rate it to sit in its overall capacity, I'd probably sit it right at a 7. There is a possibility I would buy it again, even at $11, just to try it with somebody that doesn't like double IPAs, just to get them used to that background bitterness, because that's the big thing that scares people off on a lot of double IPAs, is that background bitterness, because this does have that background back of the throat bitterness there. So yeah, I'd possibly buy another bottle for that. That's probably about it. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.